We've got a couple of different ways that we can put a fret in. One way is to use a little arbor press like this. You can get from Stuart McDonald. Another way is a great little tool that works like a vice grips, and it has different size or different radius adapters for the different types of frets. This goes on top of the fret, clamp it down, and it puts the fret right in. That's a very handy tool. And the old-fashioned way is the old-fashioned hammer. And we're going to try to use the plastic end of the hammer, because by using the plastic end, it's going to drive it in very nicely, but it's not going to dent or damage the fret. And the frets that we're going to install, we're first going to bend into an arc like this. And we have a special pair of fret cutters that we're going to use, where we can put down, we want a little bit of overhang, and we can just clip it off. So when we put it down, we have overhang off both sides, okay? And there's a definite arc to the fret wire. And installing it is very easy. Either you're going to have a very easy job of installing the frets or a very difficult job installing the frets. And one thing that we've done is that we're going to be using medium fret wire. Fret wire comes in different sizes. This fret wire is medium, and it also says right on the label, it says for 23 thousandths of an inch fret slot. So it's recommended for a 23 thousandths of an inch fret slot, which is exactly what we have. And that's critical to know. I mean, you can get oversized fret wire that needs a bigger slot. So what you want to do is make sure that you get the right wire for the right slot. And basically, we take the fret wire, and we have a little bit sticking off of both sides. And I just take I center it, and I very lightly knock in one end of the fret with my plastic hammer. And I very carefully knock in the other end. And notice I didn't hit it very hard. And holding that down like this, I'm going to start in the middle and knock it in. I didn't bang it really hard. It went right in. I can't even get my fingernail under there. This went in very nicely. Some people will knock down the end. In other words, bend the end down. I don't like to do that, because I found that when I do that, it tends to make it buckle up right on the end. So we're not going to, or at least I'm not going to, hit the end of the fret wire down. And after we install a piece of wire, we have special fret cutters that when I go up against it, I can snip off the end that easily. And once you get moving, they'll go in kind of quickly. Tap it in, hold it down, hit it in the center. And again, I'm not really hammering. I'm just nicely knocking them in place. Okay, so I'm ready to put the last 5 frets in. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start them all. Because once I get going, my hands are going to be doing 3 things at once. And it's going to be much easier if I can get them all started and not worry about that. Good. And last one. Good. All right, now what I have inside the guitar is I have a very heavy piece of metal. And I'm going to hold that piece of metal up against the underside of the fretboard. And while it's there, I still have the block under the heel. So between the block under the heel and the metal that I'm holding up underneath, I should have enough meat under there to prevent this from bouncing out. So I'm going to hit it in the middle and hit it home. Hit it in the middle, hit it home. Hit it in the middle, hit it home. Hit it in the middle, hit it home. Hit it on the middle, hit it home. And that's all she wrote.